from being a guaranteed lottery pick to a kid who may never even play college ball again.
Now, look, it's always bad to hear about injuries, especially to college kids, of course.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, this one is particularly disheartening because we are 2 weeks into the season and one of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
I couldn't agree more. When I heard he was carried off the floor today, all you can do is find yourself hoping that he'll make it back. That's the bottom line. But my heart goes out to him because I didn't expect this. It's a devastating injury. It's never good to have something like this happen to you.
The team doctor broke the news. Torn ACL, sprained MCL, and a torn meniscus. Surgery was scheduled, but your game will likely never be the same. At the 2016 NBA draft, your name is still mentioned. Not as a prospect, but as a cautionary tale.
Now, there's another huge story in this year's draft. A record number of underclassmen, 30 of them, undrafted. And I hope, anyway, that this is a lesson, this serves as an example to college players. I'm not talking about the ones who are genuinely one-and-dones, the guys you know are going to be lottery picks. I mean the rest of them. They're not sure shots. You're not sure they're going to be lottery picks. Don't just use the college system for a year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that. If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max. The woe is me. Oh, my Lord. I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be one-and-dones or this should be one-and-dones. You got to go on a case-by-case basis. Some dudes deserve to be one-and-dones. Some people don't. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith, are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Height brothers. Then you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about pretty good. You need to be great on the collegiate level, on the prep level, in summer leagues and what have you, in order for you to get the stature that you deserve. That's the bottom line. Pretty good ain't good enough to be that stud NBA.
That's exactly my point.
Let me finish. There's another example. I did say the Hype brothers. I wasn't talking about one individual. I was talking about two. What happens? One and done in a different way. 1 year, one ACL injury later, and look where he's at now. His future is clearly uncertain. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity because you never know when an injury is going to cost you everything.
Stephen A., listen to yourself. Let's listen to yourself for a second. You give one argument for why a kid should come out early, a one-and-done situation. I can give you 30 arguments this morning alone why they should stay in school. And now you have to wonder what a kid like Nick Howard, who has given up his college eligibility, does next. What does he do next?
First of all, don't sweat the technique. The argument, or one argument, as long as it's strong enough, that's all that matters. That's number one. Number two, the Hype brothers was something special. What they really, really need to do. I'm going to tell you what they need to do, Max. They need to get back to playing together. My sources are telling me the ACL injury has been completely healed. So go on a pro-am circuit. Go in summer leagues. Do what you got to do to get back on the court together to remind everybody of what you once were. Because once you pull that off, the sky's the limit. That's what they need to do. Get back to playing ball together, because when people see what you can do as one, the other arguments don't really matter. Like I said, don't sweat the technique.
Head in the cloud, but you still come around like, ooh, I seen what you started, I know what you promised, you're on and you're popping like, ooh, soon as you put your feet to the ground, how you would get out some of that, ooh, was the same back then as you are now, so you stick around, come on, yeah, I see you shining, go and get yours, yeah. talent, I see it. Broke, but we dreaming. Out the window, I'm leaning. Get out my lane, and when I get it, ain't gon' change. I'ma still be the same regular. Talking that. I bet you feel so. Got your head in the cloud, but you still come around like. I seen what you started. I know what you promised. You own and you're popping like. Soon as you put your feet to the ground, how you would get out some of that. Was the same back then as you are now. Let's hope you stick around. Come on. I'm a window for homies. I know all of them watch. Time and time again, rimming blocks. I used to walk around on them. It's been a while, now we back. Gotta speak on it. Used to throw all my dreams in the air. My mind a hula hoop going around, but got nothing to spare. Nothing to waste. Head in the clouds like I was on that. I'ma pull up in something ignorant. I promise, just watch. Enough to make mama worry about them cops. But I can't change. I was raised by the old ones. And when they see me, they be like, what you know, huh? Don't forget all your family and where you came from. Money change, your spirit should.
This is New York City, the mecca of basketball. The original Rucker League began here in 1947. 9 years later, the tournament found a permanent home uptown at PS 156 Playground. Those early Rucker days showcased talents like Lou Alcindor, Wilt the Stilt, and Earl the Pearl. It's also where Julius Erving became the Doctor. In 1974, the park was respectfully renamed Holcomb Rucker Park in honor of the tournament founder. Now, many have influenced the growth of the Rucker since, but none more heavily than the late great Greg Marius, founder of the EBC. Many would argue that the Ruck is the birthplace of true street ball and the crossover dribble. Considering New York City's penchant for flashy guard play, there are few who can challenge that. After the legendary exploits of Rucker alumni like Rod Strickland, Rafer Alston, and Kyrie Irving, it goes without saying that getting crossed up or banged on can happen to anybody at any given moment here. It's no wonder that this unassuming uptown playground has become...
match up. I got ball. Touch screen. I got it.
Play of the game.
United States in fear. London know I'm a phantom. South Korea knows I'm here. Posted, planet without exception. Rise to your feet for this rarity. Nas a Dilla beat, the fly soliloquy of chaos. Don't make me dust it. I don't take a day off. We can have a look, bro. I book more shows than Irvin Azov. Chain gang, no jail reference. I'm talking necklace. Shorty say I'm crazy, ain't messing with me. Then calls, having this with me. Says I'm intellectually stimulating. Plus, one in the system. Hitting the yang, the benefits of being a man who capable to change a into a queen. The knots in my pocket gets a lot of hating, but the hating gets them all to watch the hustling, and the hustling gets them all to pay attention to my calculated moves, how I'm staying richin'. My what, where's, and whys has me fresh at YSL. Sell the slacks, master lambing, necktie so well, Boateng, Oswell jacket, a flyers. Get out your chair, the season of Nasir. Da, 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 da. The season. Da, 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 da. This is the season. Da, 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 da. The season. Da, 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 da. I am art. I am the tattoos. Wonders, works of God, the greatness in kids to the waterfalls and all, but the glory is his. I'm the product of Your auntie recipe passed down from Big Mama. No low carb diet is heavy. It's like that. SLS class coupe black card. Swipe that. Price tag. Disregard. Diss me God. You disregard. Can miss me with that. I be an all black history garb. A mystery guard. Something you can't see. I'm simply the truth, and that's something you can't be. Young boy swag. I'm here today as well as the 90s, but the past like my is behind me. Ignite. Try to bite this, get nasty nines-itis, arthritis when you try to write this. Asking why is I know by now I should be talking bread, cracking figures. Not stressing, I'm surviving. It's funny when I catch texting and driving. Who questions or penalizes them? One day they have their caught and we'll be trying them. Hey yo, it's love for Detroit, Motown, Motor City, Dilla lives on. It's like he wrote it with me. The Luther Ingram sample compliments my rhyme so well. Slacks by none other than YSL. Matching the St. Laurent, some flyers. Hands in the air, the season of Nasir. Da 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 da. The season. Da 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 da. This is the season. Da 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 da. The season. Da 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 da. This is just the first leaf falling from the tree. I'ma be here till the spring.
This goes for all around the world.